Welcome back to the Morning Blend. This guy is used to dealing with health problems. He's the medical director for the Milwaukee Brewers. Before that, he was the team's head trainer. But now Roger Kaplinger is the one who needs attention. He was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. This Saturday, the team will join forces to host a very special evening to build a braver, more supportive world in Roger's honor.
That's right, and they're doing that along with Still Kickin, a nonprofit organization that helps awesome people going through awful things. And you can be a part of the action. So please welcome Roger Kaplinger, along with Andy Glab, the fitness director for Vita, and Meg Pierix, who is with the Brewers and also with Still Kickin. Thanks for being here, all of you.
Yes, great to see you.
Yeah, this is really great. Let's talk a little bit about your journey and exactly how this came to fruition that you were nominated as a hero.
Yeah, so in December of last year, we were everything was going along, and we got some symptomology for some stomach pain and some other stuff. So we saw our team physician, Dr. Mark Needfelt, and ran some tests, and the test came back that we had a malignant tumor in the head of our pancreas. So saw the team at Medical College of Wisconsin with Dr. Doug Evans and his team. And we started the process, and then, you know, behind every diagnosis is a really, really great team. Yeah. So we have a really great team of medical professionals at Medical College of Wisconsin with Dr. Erickson and Dr. Rich, our medical oncologist. But, you know, you have to have that other team. And, you know, my wife, Jackie, is unbelievably a rock in our children, and the Brewers, and Meg and Andy at Vita try to put all this together to get that person back to where he was or she was, and then better than they were.
Yeah. You know, I've had so many thoughts as you're talking, especially things like, you know, you're somebody who's used to taking care of other people and dealing with not just maybe health issues, but injuries and lots of things like that. And the other thing that comes to mind is you're a medical person. So I would think anything like this would be so much harder because you know so much more. I think it's better, you know, when people are in the dark. And then I'm thinking the first thing you do is you Google it and then you read this scary stuff. I mean, those were all the kinds of thoughts that I was having as you were talking.
Yeah, and our family had those thoughts too. You know, in December when we got diagnosed, there was a lot of crying. There was a lot of, you know, what's going to happen. You know, you go on some internet sites and says there's a 9% survival rate. Yeah. Well, which is really scary. But you have to put it in perspective. You have to say, okay, we have to digest this information. We have to ensure that we're going to the best possible people. You know, we researched MD Anderson and Johns Hopkins and all of those entities, and quite frankly, we have the world's best right here in Milwaukee at the Medical College with Dr. Evans and his team. And so we're very fortunate.
That's great to hear.
It's unbelievable, and they're an unbelievable team. They treat the people of today, but we're also treating the people of tomorrow. And, you know, we're in clinical trials. We sent our tumor to MIT. We're doing clinical trials for, you know, various medications to help people 5 years down the road, so we can find a cure for this, and that's our goal. If we help one person, that's our goal. We've met our goal.
Meg, you nominated him. Exactly. What is Still Kickin? How does it work, and why did you choose to nominate Roger?
Yeah, so Still Kickin is a nonprofit that's based out of Minneapolis. It was started by a woman named Nora after her husband passed away from having a brain tumor. And she decided, after receiving so much love and attention back from the community, from her family, from her friends, she wanted to do something with her life that helped other people who are going through those same really tough life situations. So that's kind of how Still Kickin was born. And one of the things that they do is they host fundraiser charity workouts. And Andy and I both work over at Spire Fitness. Andy's also at Vita. So we've done a lot of work with Still Kickin at Spire, hosting different events with them. And we're always looking for newer, bigger, better things that we can do. So I, also working with the Brewers, I had gotten in touch with the Brewers Community Foundation and had gotten them to say yes to sponsoring an event at Miller Park, which is how the event started. But then it just kind of became the perfect storm of Roger was going through this and was looking, to improve himself. One of the things he had told me was like, I want to get stronger after this, which was a thing I would never expect Roger to say. He was always the kind of guy that never worked out, would, joke about that kind of stuff. So when he was like, I really want to do this, it just kind of clicked in my head where the Still Kickin Strong program that they do, it pairs, the local hero with the gym community and kind of gives them that chance to work on rebuilding that strength while they're going through something. So talking with Lindsay from Still Kickin, I just said, I have this really great idea. My coworker is going through this. We're having this event at Miller Park. It just makes sense that he'd be the one that gets to benefit from it. So yeah, I got to write a nomination and kind of explain, you know, who Roger is to everybody over at Still Kickin'. And they said yes, like without even a second thought. So he's been working with Andy over at Vita, getting a lot of work done in nutrition, and it's been wonderful.
And why is that piece of what Roger is going through so important? A lot of times people think when you're going through a cancer diagnosis, you want to preserve some of your energy. So why is the fitness and the health nutrition so important to his process?
Well, primarily nutrition. I know he's working with Colleen Vaughn at Vita. She's kind of just started from scratch. Food logging, you know, caloric counting, getting down to the nitty gritty, making sure that he's ingesting the right nutrients and calories per day. But the fitness aspect is kind of secondary to that because he needs to be able to start to exercise, to start to get back, you know, to be fit. And that's really what we do at Vita Health and Fitness is preventive fitness and medically based fitness.
Yeah.
And, you know, taking people from where they're at currently and trying to get them to where they need to be.
Yeah. That's cool. I bet you admire, I mean, I'm sure you work with a lot of people that motivate you. Your job is to motivate them, but I bet this does something for you, that you're inspired by it.
I am inspired, and, you know, just with, you know, cancer in general, I mean, all my family, I mean, you know, my father, my grandfather, my grandma, I mean, it hits home.
Yeah.
You know, so you want to make sure that, you know, you can kind of give back and put that energy where it needs to be.
How you feeling?
Awesome.
Yeah?
I'm feeling great. You know, we're working out a couple, 3 times a week. It's really put all the pieces of the puzzle together, and hopefully we can enlighten other cancer patients, not just pancreatic cancer, but other patients to do the medically based fitness to get themselves back to where they were at the very minimum, or moving it forward. And then that's my goal. And you know, I just want to be here for a long time and continue to work for the club. Our organization has been unbelievable to us and our family and given us this platform to promote pancreatic cancer, to help people back to Still Kickin' that have, you know, various diseases or just down on their luck and need some help. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to pay it forward.
That's great. I heard wonderful things about your letter too, Meg. That's awesome. So Still Kickin', the event for this month in honor of Roger is happening this Saturday, August 18th from 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. It's at Healthfair Field. You can find out more about this event and everything going on in the 7th inning stretch by going to stillkickin.co. Great to meet all of you, and the best of luck to you as you fight this.
Keep it up. I think you look ripped.
Yeah.
I'm going to get shredded.
That's our goal. Taking it easy. You know,
we know you're not letting him.
Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, you guys.